HBCU Game Day coming to you from the Smith Hammond Middleton Memorial Center in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Taking in some MEAC action as the South Carolina State University Bulldogs played host to the Morgan State Bears. Now, this turned out to be a great game. The pep band was in full swing, the Bulldog mascot was hitting the quan, and the atmosphere was, well, in a word, litty. J.J. Richardson came out with the Bobby Brown stair-step high top, and it was definitely his prerogative early on. Here he comes off the screen and finds Tashombe Riley for the strong finish. Next he finds himself on the receiving end of the dime for the sweet lay-in. Then he finishes this one off the fast break in traffic. He would finish this game with 20 points. Morgan State's Martez Cameron starts to heat up himself in the first. He knocks down a couple nice buckets from the outside and tops it off with a sweet up and under lay-in. Now, we saw some student heckling in the CIAA last week, but I see they come prepared in the MEAC. My man came into the game with a cheat sheet to annoy the Morgan State Bears. Hopefully his team ends up with a better result than we saw in Winston last week. Here we got South Carolina State's Eric Eves getting the steal and the finish. He hit him with a light mailman hand behind the head there. I see you, bro, I see you. Eric Eves back at it again. This time he sets up Ozante Fields for the jam. Oh, jam. The Morgan State Bears showing that Baltimore toughness. Here we see Tyler Streeter getting 2 of his 10 points to close the gap before the half. Bulldogs up on the Bears 35-30 going into the break. And during the half, it was, well, still lit. You just can't beat the atmosphere at HBCU sporting events. Now, Morgan State would find themselves down double digits in the second half, but you can't count this scrappy Morgan State team out. This series here was kind of a microcosm of the entire game for Morgan State. They just didn't give up and kept fighting to make buckets. Here we see Tywan Kinley almost loses the ball but recovers it for 2 of his game-high 29. Here Tyler Streeter hits him with a nice ball fake drive and finishes with the lay-in. Don't call it a comeback, or actually, yeah, call it a comeback. Morgan State closing the gap late in the second half. Another Tywan Kinley lay-in brings the Bears back within 8. Next, Kyle Thomas catches this one off the rim and throws it down, cutting the Bulldog lead to 4. Isaiah Graves comes back, hits a big 3. Then Martez Cameron draws the charge. Morgan State feeling the tide changing in their favor. They're down 2, but the South Carolina State fans are not liking that call one bit. Oh, she big mad. Morgan State's Isaiah Graves at it again, ice water in his veins. He splashes another to give the Morgan State Bears the 65-66 lead. Under a minute left to go, South Carolina State trying to regain the lead. Ty Solomon with the spin and the fall-away jumper. He gets fouled and should have had the and one, but Kyle Thomas pulls a Kevin Garnett and basically takes it right out the basket. The refs don't call goaltending, even though it kind of looked like goaltending from my angle. What y'all think? One last chance for the Bulldogs. Morgan State misses the free throw. Almost gets the steal. Eric Eves gets a decent but long look at the buzzer and misses it off the front of the rim. And that's all she wrote. Final score, Morgan State 77, South Carolina State 75. With this win, Morgan State's head coach Todd Bozeman becomes the school's all-time winningest coach with his 167th victory. We caught up with Coach Bozeman and leading scorer Tywan Kinley after the milestone victory.
It's special. It's special. I feel really good. I mean, for a minute there, you know, we ended up scrapping. I mean, what a way to get it, you know, to be down and having to play 5 guards. And we had a lot of our post guys were in foul trouble and we just couldn't handle the pick and roll. So I just went to all guards and said, hey guys, you know, they're small, so we're just going to grind it out. We're going to see how tough you are. And to their credit, you know, Tywan Kinley, he's a warrior. He's a soldier. And Martez huddled the guys up at halftime, said, Coach, let me talk to my team, and they came out with fire. And Isaiah Graves stepped up, hit some big shots. You know, some guys that hadn't played a lot. You know, Tyler Streeter hadn't played a lot, but he stepped in there and made some big plays, got some rebounds. No, it's special. It's special. You know, I'm excited for Morgan and just the years to come.
We take every possession slow. we knew that basketball was a game of runs and defense was going to win us the game because we're a defensive team. So we thought if we pick up the pace in defense and slow the ball game down on offense, we was going to make a run in this game. Like Coach always tells us, we got to have a lot of poise because we're young. So, and I think that in the second half, we showed poise and we fought as a group down missing the soldier. We just played together as a unit. There's nobody on the team that's good enough to beat a team by themselves. Everybody played hard together, and we know we all one big family, and everybody gonna contribute to win, and that's what we all do, contribute to winning this game. Man, T. Bozeman, we got a long history, you know what I mean? I'm happy for him, you know. He worked hard, and he finally got what he deserved.